Hey guys, so today what I thought I'd do is do a Best of Beauty 2016. I know it might be like a little bit too late to actually upload this, but I did ask you guys on Twitter whether this was actually a video that you wanted to see or whether it was just really too late, and like everyone's voted it's never too late to do it. I ran like a poll and everyone has said like, can you please do one? I really want to see what your best buys of beauty were in 2016. So I thought I'd actually just crack on and do the video. As you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup at the moment because I thought I'd just talk you through each step that I do. I'm just going to put them on my face as I would and just talk to you and just let you know why I love these products so much. These are all definite standouts of 2016. If there's any that are recent or I haven't used all year, I will like let you know, but these are all products that I feel like I'm going into this year with absolute love for, and how much that I actually loved them last year. I can't get over it. These are just standout products to me for 2016, so I'm going to stop rambling on and start doing my makeup and just showing you guys why I love them so much. So if you want to see what my best beauty picks are of last year, be sure to keep on watching because this is going to be a bit of a long video. I hope that you like it, and if you do, be sure to give it a thumbs up. So I'm just going to crack straight on with it. I guess I haven't actually mentioned the fact that I've changed my hair colour. I'm going like silvery. I kind of want to jump onto that trend while it's still really hot because I love silver hair. But I didn't think I could actually get away with it. But yeah, I just thought I'd bleach my hair and I'm toning it, and then I'm going to actually dye it silver next week. So this isn't actually it finished, but I really wanted to film this video. What I thought I'd do is, because a lot of people have asked me how I get silver hair or how I'm going to get it or how I've done it at home, I'm going to actually create a video all about the different steps that I've done to get it. So don't worry, that is coming very soon. I thought I'd just address the elephant in the room here, but yeah, let me just get straight onto the makeup. I've just zoomed you in a little bit so you can actually see how it applies and things like that. So yeah, I'm just going to crack straight on with it. But my favourite kind of priming product, it's definitely the MAC Oil Control Lotion. I'm kind of combination skin, so I can get quite dry and I can get quite oily, so I'm at that really awkward stage that you can't really prepare for a certain eventuality because the other might happen. So I really like this because it's quite moisturising, so if I do have dry skin, but equally it's oil control, so it's good in that instance as well. So I absolutely love it. I don't have much of this one left. I'm like literally on like my tiniest just putting this all over my face. It just works so nicely as like a moisturising cream. As you can see there, I didn't actually need that much product to do the whole of my face. You don't need to go OTT with it. A little amount does do exactly the same job. So I really love using this as a priming product. I just feel like it gives a nice base to my skin as well. It's really soft and it's just the perfect way to then apply foundation. My favourite foundation or foundation type product is definitely the Bourjois 123 Perfect CC cream, and I know this isn't like a proper foundation as such, but this for me just gives such a nice colour and just nice texture to my skin. I've tried so many last year that it was really hard to pinpoint one product or foundation that actually I thought, you know what, you trump all of the rest. But actually this is the only foundation product that I have repurchased in 2016 because I bought it first of all earlier on in the year, and then it lasted so long, and then I repurchased it kind of September time because I couldn't go without it, and I think that that really signifies a really good foundation type product. I love this as well because it is lighter than a foundation, but it gives you just as much coverage and it makes your skin just look really healthy. So yeah, I've been absolutely loving this. The only problem is that it's slightly too dark for my skin, so I do mix it normally with a lighter foundation. But I'll always apply this with a beauty blender. I have tried out loads of products, and it was very difficult because the Artiste brush and the oval brushes from Makeup Revolution were so good. But on a day-to-day basis, an absolute favourite for me is a beauty blender, and if I had to choose one thing of all of the application tools, it would definitely be one of these. So I would always apply it with this. So I just normally mix the two just to create my perfect colour, and then I'll just go ahead and apply this. So I've just fell in love with this base. I think it just provides such a nice colour. Because I get quite red as well, it has anti-redness technology in the CC cream, so it does help to combat that, and I think that's what the real game changer for me was with that product. So onto concealer. One that I've kind of been going to is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Just a full coverage concealer, and it just does such a good job. When you want a concealer, you want it to conceal your spots, you want it to hide blemishes, you want it to do a really good job. So for me, you just can't go wrong with it. It's one of the ones that I've just been going to on a near day-to-day basis. I did use up the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and for me that just didn't do anything that was just groundbreaking. For the price, I didn't see anything significant, and considering the hype, I just wasn't really into that. So the MAC one is definitely worth the hype that it has. So I'm going to be using this, but a really good drugstore concealer that has definitely blown out everything out of the water is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer, like the MAC one, because it's slightly more pigmented and it just kind of wears longer. I'm going to go ahead and apply these in my problem areas. Again, I always use a beauty blender to do my concealer because I just think the finish it gives is just so natural, and it really helps it to get into the skin, which is really what I want. So I've been loving that concealer powder. There are two favourites and I just could not choose between the two. And it's very surprising because I'm not normally a fan of powder. I didn't used to see the benefit that it could provide, but these two powders have just been a total game changer. So one of them is the Hourglass Ambient Light Powder. This is the one in diffused light, and it's just so pretty. It doesn't look a lot in the pan, and when I received it I was like, what's so special about this? Like, I didn't get it until I put it on my face, and the iridescent kind of glow you get from within is so hard to explain, but it just looks so nice. It was just really, really good, so I always set all of my face with that. However, the other powder that I love and I can't get enough of is the RCMA No Colour Powder. Again, this has been hyped to death on YouTube and on blogs. It does such a good job of setting your concealer under your eyes. So I'm going to apply these to my face now. I'll put the Hourglass one all over and then the RCMA one under my eyes. I just find that that combination just works so well. The RCMA one literally under my eyes. I tip it so gently into my hand that it's really hard to control it with this packaging. That's normally like enough. Leave that to kind of bake under my eyes for a few minutes whilst I do my eyebrows. There's been basically one standout product for me for the whole of 2016 for my eyebrows that I just have not faulted, and I've literally repurchased this 4 times in 2016, which is probably the most out of all of these products because I just thought it did such a nice job. Plus it matched my old hair much better. And this is the Soap & Glory Archery shade Love is Blonde, and this is their 2-in-1 pencil, so it's got a spoolie on one end and it's got the pencil on the other. I just normally fill them in. I'll just brush my eyebrows kind of up just to make sure I can get a bit of a shape. I don't have very good eyebrows. Naturally, they are just totally rubbish, but filling them in just makes the biggest difference. The best eyeshadow primer for me is just such a golden oldie. There's going to be no surprises here if you've watched my videos from the start. It's the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This box is so battered, but it hasn't dried out my product, and again I've had this almost a year. I picked this up really early in 2016 and I've just used it pretty much every single day to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. I quite like actually applying it to a brush, especially when I have fake nails on. It makes it really tricky to blend it out. I've used almost, I'd say more than half of the product. I'm just going to prime my eyelids. For eyeshadow, the best palette, and this is no surprise whatsoever, is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. It's been out for ages and everyone hypes about it, and I was just curious because I love warm eyeshadows. Obviously I think that they just look so good and they're so complimenting and help to widen up your eyes. So I really wanted to give it a go. I thought that the shadows looked beautiful. This, I love every single shade. I absolutely love it, and very, very exciting, I'm going to be giving one of these away on my blog really, really soon. So make sure that you're following that or keeping it bookmarked, because this is going to be available to win pretty much like in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that, but I absolutely love this. I love going in, first of all, with salted caramel. My go-to look is always salted caramel, and I'll go in with milk chocolate in the outer V, and then I'll put either pink, I either go between like champagne truffle or kind of cream brulee. You can tell cream brulee has been well loved in 2016. It was all about the gold eyes for me, and I was so like amazed with the pigmentation of this palette. So I'm just going to go in and just do pretty much my everyday look with it. And if I had to get rid of all of my other palettes in my drawers, every single one, this would be the one I would keep. So that says a lot because I have a hell of a lot of palettes. First of all, I'm taking salted caramel and I'm just using the Zoeva crease brush, Luxe crease brush. For me, Zoeva brushes are a significant favourite of 2016 as well. I'm just going to take the Luxe Soft Diviner brush, again by Zoeva, and just blend that all out. Next up, I'm probably going to take Creme Brulee because I'd be lying if I said that this wasn't the shade that I used most. You can definitely tell with that that's been well loved. So I'm just going to go straight in here with this. To do this, I'm using a So Eco eye shading brush. These were a brand that were introduced to me in 2016 and they are so good. So yeah, I'm just taking that in and I'm just going to put this all over the lid. Next up is eyeliner, and I am the biggest fan of the W7. This is the liquid eyeliner pot. I got a few new eyeliners in 2016, but for me this, I just kept going back to it. I love the applicator. It's just a very short, sharp brush. It's very easy to apply your wing and it's just pretty foolproof. It lasts me all day and it's like less than £2 a pot, so I just can't fault it. So I'll just go in with this and try and create a winged eyeliner. I always struggle to do this when I'm on camera, so we're going to give this a go. Kind of managed to do that and I just love how easy it is. It's so good, and I'd recommend that for both beginners and people that can absolutely nail eyeliner because it's just such an easy application. I just keep going back to it all of the time, so I highly recommend that, especially for how affordable it is. You would just not believe that I have so much makeup, yet the eyeliner that costs like less than £2 is my absolute fave. Mascara is next, and my favourite mascara, again I couldn't pick just one. There are two that I keep using and quite often together to create the best kind of eye look. It makes my eyes look really wide. So the first one, and no surprise again if you've watched any of my videos or read my blog, is that the Benefit They're Real is still a favourite of mine. If I would have made a video last year about my 2015 favourites, this would have definitely have been in it. It does make them very volumizing, and the Max Factor one, which is it's got like the longest name ever. Again, all the packaging has come off because I've loved it that much. False Lash Effect Volumizing Mascara or something along that. It's the one that's in the purple tub, and together these make just such a nice combination to just make your eyes pop, make them look really open. So I'm just going to go in and just show you what I mean. I'm not even going to curl my eyelashes just so that you can see what the mascaras do alone. So that's the first layer of the They're Real mascara. Now I'm going in with the Max Factor one, and I love this brush because it's quite short and it's got really short bristles, but it just makes the mascara just really come to life. So that's it for mascara. What I'll do is just zoom you in just so that you can see what they look like on my eyes, because I just love this combination and the two mascaras just are so good together. I just can't get enough of it. It's just brush away the powder that is under my eyes still, the RCMA one. It's really nice if you do have like textured skin as well because it makes it look really smooth. So next up I guess is contouring, and this was the biggest beauty trend in 2016. It was everywhere. If you didn't contour, like what did you do? So the favourite product of mine, and it was so difficult between two, but this is the one that I chose, and It's a bit of a pricey one, but I absolutely love it. It's the Kevin Aquan Sculpting Powder, and this is in the colour Light. He brought this out this year, and I really wanted to try this because I Covet Thee just raved about how good this was for like paler skin, so I wanted to give it a try, and I'm all about kind of trying to make contouring look semi-natural. So to do that, I'm just using the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush. This is a definite favourite contour brush of 2016 as well because it's so dense and it looks really pretty. So I'm going to be using this just to kind of carve out my cheekbones and make them look a little bit better. Then I'm just going to take this kind of around my face where I would kind of bronze and kind of want to bring in a little bit. I always take it up kind of on the temples of my cheeks, and I just take it around my jawline as well to try and get rid of that Christmas Day chub that is around my chin right now. I'll then take the Real Techniques, this is the sculpting brush from their like sculpting set that they bought out, and I go in with this just to kind of blend it out because I don't want it to look too harsh. I want it to be defining, but I don't want it to look like I've drawn a line across my face. So I just go in here and just brush it out kind of very subtly. Just find doing that just helps it blend in with the foundation really well as well. Favourite blush. It was really hard because although I'm not the biggest lover of blush shades, for some reason I've bought loads in 2016. I don't know why, but one of my favourites of all of the ones I picked up, there are loads and loads of blushes. Honestly, I don't know what has happened because I don't wear them almost every day, but the best one that I absolutely love more than everything else was the Makeup Revolution. This is the Hard Day Baked Blusher. I couldn't believe that this was actually just £3. It is the most beautiful colour. It does trump all of my other high-end blushes. It lasts all day just like all my other ones, and for me I think that this is a really underrated shade. I've heard a lot of people talk about the range, the baked blushes themselves, but no one is really talking about Hard Day, and it's just beautiful on the cheeks. To do so I'm using the Makeup Revolution, I think this is the blush brush or it could be the powder brush. It's one of the bigger ones of their rose gold collection. I'm just going to go in just literally very gently, twirl the apples of my cheeks and just bring it up slightly. Not the biggest blush fan, but I think that it just looks really good, and I would definitely choose this one over all of my other blushes if I could only choose one. So really impressed with that one, and if you haven't checked it out, you can get this in Superdrug for £3. So total bargain and just totally amazing product. My favourite highlighter was really hard because there were so many that I've picked up in 2016 that I have liked, but there's one compact where a highlighter is in it that I just love so much. It's the Rimmel London and Kate Moss. This is the third shade. So this is actually the darkest shade in the set. Totally compares to my Mary Luminizer. That would have been a favourite, but when I know that this is pretty much a third of the price, if not more cheaper than that, it does the same thing. I love the effect that this gives on my skin, and shout out to the packaging as well because not only does it look really nice, it's just such an innovative product that it has everything you need in one, and it just makes your travel makeup bag so much smaller because it's so convenient. I go in with this using the Real Techniques setting brush. Again, this is from the sculpting set that they brought out this year. I just take that literally really lightly on tops of my cheeks where light would kind of naturally hit. I'll then kind of bring it up here a little bit, go under my eyebrows just slightly, and then naturally just kind of like on the bridge of my nose and on my chin. So that's pretty much it for face products. Now I'm just going to go in with the lips because there's been like a standout brand for me, more so than one product, but there's been a standout brand for me that just, it's been the best brand for me for liquid lipsticks. It's absolutely known that liquid lipsticks were the kind of lipstick to have in 2016, and not only that, it made me not actually use normal lipsticks as well because I found that I got everything I wanted from a normal lipstick and more from a liquid one. It was matte, it was long lasting, it just ticked all of the boxes, and it's just the best invention for me ever. The liquid lipstick that I love the most by Gerard Cosmetics. They are just so amazing. I'll leave a video of my first 4 Gerard Cosmetics products up here for you if you want to watch it. So if you watched my first impressions video, you would have seen just how amazed I was by how well the products applied and how good that they looked as well. I love a matte liquid lipstick and it just sits on your lips really nicely, and for me it actually lasts all day. I normally get myself ready at about 7 AM in the morning, if not a little bit before that, and then I don't get home until 7 PM. So I need something that's going to really last because I don't have time to top up throughout the day. I really like this shade as well because it's semi-warm tone, so it kind of goes with the eye look. It's not too much, but I can kind of wear it on an everyday basis. So I really love this colour. For an all-round really nice colour, I love Everything Nice by Gerard, and so many of their colours are so wearable for all time of year. So I would definitely recommend, if you haven't already tried Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, do vouch that they are one of my favourite liquid lipstick formulas. And not only that, I have so many liquid lipsticks that I've tried and these have remained a favourite, so definite shout out to them. So other than that, that is kind of my face made of favourite products. I don't usually use a setting spray or anything like that on an everyday basis. This has just been a bit of a fail-safe look made of my favourite products, and using them all together, just I love this look and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, they are definitely my favourite products of 2016. Please let me know what yours are because I would love new recommendations into going into 2017. I'd love to try out more products, create more makeup videos for you because I really enjoyed making them. So yeah, let me know what you've been loving, what you think I should try, and what videos you'd like to see, because 2017 is going to be the year that I really put so much effort into kind of YouTube and my blog. So I would love all of your support. I know there's been quite a few new subscribers recently and I'm so appreciative. If you've got this far into the video as well, thank you so much. I know that this is going to be a really long one and I'm kind of dreading editing it because I know that it's going to be pretty long. But nonetheless, I really hope that you've enjoyed it, and be sure to give it a thumbs up if you have, and if you haven't subscribed already and you've got this far, please do. It really makes such a difference. So I hope you all have an amazing week and I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye guys!